Your soul is mine.
Well, that is a turn of events. One with the potential to scare Sayada, yet of too great a risk for Ariel to ignore. You were not ready to challenge the old magic, but you will learn. The demon was testing you, to gauge the strength of its magic. Too much, and it would have erased your soul, causing a rent in the currents of time. Ariel saved you, but as such you are drifting on the currents of time. My grandson, Zarko, will tell you in due course, but I must not. I apologize for when I give you the Elder Scroll. You will be one of many faces that were a blur to me. You see, the scroll can exist in many places at once. The periods that it does not hold an answer to why you. Just remember that I will lie to you, and it is for you to discern. This is where you disembark, so I bid you well. Oh, I will channel you through a reading.
I grew up on the banks of the River Direnni, on the outskirts of Torridgel in the Somerset Isles. Like many of my clan, I abandoned rural life in search of fortune. I pursued a career as a seafaring merchant. As Borislav of Direnni, I soon became known as Borislav Direnni. My son Oberon, along with his two sons, Rav and Zarko, were returning from Hammerfell. Their boat was hit by a freak storm. By the time that Zarko returned, another problem had hit. A branch of the Alessian Order had landed and taken siege of my holdings. My good friend O'Connell Nagerstein and I have been tried as alien criminals and sentenced to death. It is ironic that I am using the Lord of Pestilence to usurp.
Where on Nirn did you come from? Explain yourself before I cut you down. Who? Ah, I know you. The one from outside of time. This island belongs to my uncle Zarko, who inherited it from my great-grandfather, Borislav Direnni. Grandpapa bought it from the Camorrans around 100 years ago. He named it after the stars and water due to the beautiful nights here. It is 3.5 centuries since the foundation of the Camorran dynasty. What year did you think it was? I am sorry, but you are in for shock. Grandpapa predicted the events that are currently unfolding. Nedic elitists have invaded this island and have my uncle and fiancé captive. They must be freed, and you have a role to play. There is much you need to do, for your own sake as well as others. Meet me inside. I need to collect my thoughts.
Where I warned I would lie, I'm afraid that time has passed. Ariel has kept me adrift for much of the time since Draco last met you in a dream. I have watched centuries transpire, often helpless as if cocooned. Sayada has encroached quite far into the mortal plane. While Draco was most resilient, he was the focal point of the demon. As a charismatic leader, Draco unwittingly led our people into peril. Hantu protected most, but for some it is too late. You have completed your task in gaining the stay of 8 Daedric princes. Our hopes now rest on you. Periite, Veermina, and Mehrunes Dagon were already on side from previous dealings with Sayada. The Elmeri elders you met in Cyrodiil had already convinced Boethia and Azura. You have impressed Nocturnal, Meridia, and remarkably, Hermaeus Mora. There is, however, an immediate problem. Unlike most, you have survived the powerful ley lines of the Isles, but this will not last. Yes, but in the case of a guardian, the treatment is unique. I have opened a portal to Rael Garlas from Nakaran, where you must distill the extract of 4 plants. The plants can be found growing around the apotheca. The portal is black with a red column of plasma. You will recognize the Rael Garlas distilleries by their bone-like appearance. When done, go to the lowest level of the apotheca, bathe in the spa, then drink the potion. Here is the diary of Septius Argus that details all of this, including sketches of the 4 plants. Oh, unfortunately, he did not fare well in encountering Hermaeus Mora. It is evident in a number of his entries. So that is all I can tell you, and as such, I bid you well. The Time Well will take you to your destination.